Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dion and today we are going to be exploring the world of color analysis and dressing in the way your color season is. I feel like in the past year or so on TikTok, I've been seeing more and more things about your season or your color analysis, whether you're a cool winter or a bright summer or a deep autumn, whatever. And color analysis is nothing new in particular. I mean, I always associate it with like 50s and 60s housewives, like Mary Kay parties and like MLMs. But it seems like there's a new generation of color analysis people rising up in fashion. And in fact, my sister-in-law, who is from Brazil, was like, when you come visit Brazil, definitely we'll go see my color analysis lady. Sure. I've never been super interested, only because I am apprehensive about I'm not only apprehensive, but I'm a bit contrarian when it comes to fashion rules. Like, I don't like rules like that because fashion is a form of expression and art. And so there isn't one way to make something look good or not. And even if you say like, that's not flattering or those colors don't go together, like, I don't know, I'm never that person. And I feel like my knee-jerk reaction whenever I hear a fashion rule is to not like it and to be like, well, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Like, I think that's just my personality. But I've gotten a couple of comments on maybe trying out color analysis, and I had it on my list of like video ideas for a while. And then last week, Alexa Sunshine 83 did a color analysis thing, and I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna do that because I really like her video ideas, honestly. So today we are going to explore that world. I'm gonna explain my methodology a little bit, and then we're gonna get into what my season is. I'm gonna dress in my season and then not in my season, put them side by side, yeah. So if you like fashion videos and color analysis and fashion commentary in general, then definitely make sure to subscribe to this channel because I post videos every Thursday. And with that, let's get into it. So for this experimental process, I used 3 applications to try to determine what my color analysis was. I wasn't gonna go out to like a real person and like pay for it and stuff. That seems like a lot, but I feel like that's probably the best way to do it is someone in person in daylight because there's only so much you can do digitally. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. For this experiment, I wanted to use at least 3 color analysis things because whenever I do my trend videos, I always say the trend has to show up on at least 3 articles. And I don't know, maybe it's the degree in political science in me, but like I need a sample size. I need some good statistics. I can't just take like one application's word for it. For me, it has to show up on like 3 different things and what is true, what are the differences, what are the similarities to determine like what the actual truth is. I don't know, that's just how my brain works. So that's why I decided to try out 3 different color analysis things. So the first one was style by color, the second one was open wardrobe, and the third one was colorstyle.me. Okay, so the first one I tried out was style by color. This was free. You got your results via email. And it was like a variety of questions like, out of these photos, pick the one that's closest to your skin tone or your hair color or your eye color. Do you tan easily? Stuff like that. They claimed I was a deep color code. And then when I got the email with my results, the email was like pretty basic. It did give me some information. And then of course, if you wanted to know more, you had to pay, which was like a common theme in this. So they said black and dark brown are the best neutrals to complement the deep coloring, and that a woman in the deep color code looks fabulous in bold, rich jewel tones of blues, reds, and purples. And the best animal print is cheetah or leopard print in black or brown. So that's what they said about my color code, that it was like a deep color code, which I thought was interesting. The second one that I used was open wardrobe. To get the color analysis service, you did have to pay for it. So you had to like pay for like the premium version of the app, which was like $10 a month. Honestly, the moment this video goes up, I'm gonna delete it, but I didn't want to just use free services. I thought using something that was the next level up, maybe get a little bit more information. And this is the application that Alexa used in her video. You had to take photos in the daylight, front, left, and right. They analyzed it. I think it took like a couple hours for me to get the email where it was all done. My color type was clear. Your overall look is clear and fresh. You look best in strong, vibrant shades. Your main keywords when choosing clothing colors should be clear, bright, and vibrant. These will complement your overall look. Blended and muted colors, especially worn together, may bring your whole look down. So that was interesting because it's kind of similar, I guess, to the deep color code, but I feel like clear obviously is lighter and it explicitly says like bright. So that the verbiage is interesting, but I feel like the colors they talked about are similar. And what I did like about this, I mean, like bright, vibrant shades, that is definitely me. I chose to wear something very neutral to start, to be symbolic of my neutrality in this experiment. In my personal life, I wear a lot of very vibrant shades. I'm a bright color, bright pattern person. So I was like, okay, say less. What I thought was interesting about this one is there was no orange or coral tones in the clothing, but there was a makeup section where it used a lot of like corals, apricots, and like warm pinks. So I was like kind of confused on that. But they gave you outfit examples. It looks like it's mostly like AI generated, and it gave you options of like color combinations as well. Again, there were like muted tones will bring your look down, and then one of the samples is charcoal and soft white. So I'm like, what? But it explicitly says to always wear something bright or contrasting. And I mean, you really get what you pay for this one. You have your dominant type, your color palette, your color combinations, outfit examples, makeup colors, and then if you want to know more, you can attend a workshop or something. So definitely like you got a lot more information out of the paid one. I'm going to go over like the similarities and differences after I talk about all three of the applications. I just wanted to like let you guys know what I used first. It was interesting in the makeup. It explicitly said for eyeliner, use blues or gray. And I'm like an explicitly brown eyeliner person. But then for mascara, it was like black, brown, or navy. So I'm like, why can I use brown mascara, but I can't use brown eyeliner? Lots of kind of corally tones in the lips and cheeks, but then like not in the actual colors. There was almost no orange in the actual color palette for this one. Yeah, there isn't. There was light apricot, but in the outfit examples, there was some orange. So I don't know. And then the last one I used was colorwise.me. It was free, but for more info, you had to download an app and, you know, blah, blah, blah. You guys know the drill. So for this, you had to upload an image and they had like a color finding tool and you put it over like your forehead, like for your skin tone, your eye color, and your hair color, and then it analyzed from there. They claimed that I was a cool winter palette. So far I have deep, clear, and cool from the 3 different applications. The cool winter palette contains lots of fabulous blues: Chinese blue, royal blue, navy, and hot turquoise. Other cool and icy colors you can pull off are emerald green, true blue, magenta, fuchsia, frosty pink, and icy violet. Black will look great on you, as does all winter types. So I thought it was interesting that each of the applications used a different word to describe my dominant type. We have a deep color code, we have clear, and we have cool. But in general, when you look in the descriptions, they use a lot of the same verbiage, like bright, vibrant, contrasting. So now we're gonna get into the differences and similarities. We're gonna compare and contrast. We are doing the true scientific method in this. So for the similarities, there was so many blues in general, like way more blues than I expected. Color-wise, said the cool winter palette contains a lot of fabulous blues, like I just said. Style by color said a woman in the deep color code looks fabulous in bold, rich jewel tones of blues, reds, and purples. And open wardrobe's color palette was like tons of blues and said that you look best in, quote, strong, vibrant shades. Like I said, there was a general theme of strong, bold, and vibrant colors. There was mostly blue, I should say, and then there was pops of red. None of them had orange, again, which is like one of my favorite colors to wear. I feel like it's very like pinky orangey tones I feel like are very flattering on me. Color-wise and open wardrobe both included lemon yellow, but no other yellow tones, which I thought was interesting. And overall there was like a pretty, I feel like there was a pretty big overlap with all of the applications. So now we're gonna get into the differences. Color-wise and open wardrobe did not include a lot of brown. Color-wise specifically said to avoid like browns, olives, like those autumnal tones. Style by color did include a lot of animal print, which is obviously tan and brown, and explicitly said that brown was a good neutral for me. So I thought that was interesting that 2 said avoid brown, 1 said brown is a good neutral for you. Open wardrobe gave me soft white and ivory, whereas color-wise had bright winter white, and style by color did not include white. So also very interesting. Should I wear bright winter white or should I wear more off-white? There wasn't a lot of green on color-wise or style by color, but there was a lot of green included in open wardrobe. So that was sort of part 1 of this video. The second part, I am going to put on outfits that are similar to what they suggested for me, in the colors that they suggested for me, and then put on outfits that are sort of what they said I shouldn't wear. There wasn't a lot of like negative reinforcement in any of these, just sort of inferring from the verbiage what the opposite of like bright and vibrant is. All right, welcome to the final part of this video, which is where I review the side-by-side footage of right and wrong color for me and see if I actually see a difference. I'm gonna do a caveat. It is such a rainy day outside. That's why my hair is like this and very frizzy, because I had to walk my dog in the rain. But the lighting isn't gonna be as great as possible. I just finished putting them side by side and I tried not to like really pay attention, just sort of like get the format down and then try to get my genuine reaction on camera. I also wanted to say, I purposely put my hair back in that black headband just to sort of try and blend in as much as you can. You want your hair down when you do color analysis. And for my makeup, I know it's maybe a little bit hard to tell, I literally put on like a light tinted sunscreen. I didn't want to do foundation because I didn't want to like skew my skin tone one way or the other. I put a little bit of like a low coverage concealer, like from Glossier, so you know it's like very sheer, under my eyes and just around my mouth and stuff. And then a little bit of blush just because I'm on camera and even you can see it kind of like camera just washes me out. I didn't listen to I didn't put on black or navy or teal eyeliner like they suggested. I have black mascara on and dark brown eyeliner. I feel like for the blush color, it's already sort of what I wear, and then for the lips, it's already sort of what I wear. So I picked a neutral for me, like just a light pink gloss and like a neutral pinky lip liner. So I kept my makeup relatively the same in terms of eyes and lips, but I tried to go very sheer and natural on the face to help be neutral while I was trying on the clothes. So I tried 7 different looks. I tried to really focus on the colors that they suggested, so like a lot of blues and greens, and then try to do the colors that they told me to avoid, so like muted colors, olive tones, etc. All right, so first we got this tiny green top and this sort of like brick colored muted dusty rose. I don't know, I guess the green makes me look a little bit tanner if I have to like reach, but that also could be the lighting because it's more of a cloudy day. You're supposed to do this in daylight and it's, in like natural light, and obviously I had to like adjust the camera to make it look brighter like I'm doing now. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt with the experiment. I don't know. I guess I looked tanner in the green one. The cut is also different. I feel like it's just more flattering. I don't know. All right, now I have like 2 tiny tops, one in like a bright pinky color and one in, again, a more like dusty brick color. The lighting, again, I feel like looks a little bit different, just even looking at the wall color. But again, I feel like the brighter pink one maybe makes me look less tired. Like I'm trying to focus on like my under eyes. I'm doing the same facial expressions and like poses for continuity reasons and like trying to give everything a fair shot. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know. Again, I'm so apathetic, I'm really trying. All right, so now we have the battle of the two sweaters. Again, they didn't mention like any orange. Some of them mentioned avoiding browns or avoiding like olive tones, and they talked about a lot of blues, so that's why I chose these two. Here I feel like the lighting is very equal, so I feel like it's giving more the benefit of the doubt. If not, the orange side looks a little bit brighter in terms of lighting. So yeah, that kind of makes me want to lean towards the orange side, which kind of negates everything I already said, because if it's just about the lighting, then I don't know. Yeah, again, I feel like it's kind of just like the lighting changing, so maybe it's just a faulty experiment, my apologies, but I feel like the wrong side looks better on this, in this one. All right, so now we have this like teal, it looks very green on camera, but this more like teal top versus this more light colored apricot color. I feel like the lighting is equal here, and I guess the teal one makes me look a little bit tanner, like more of a contrast in my features. I want to say that the green one makes me look slimmer, but it's also just a very different cut. So like the cut of the knit one is gonna be just wider. Yeah, I guess I agree. Again, trying to keep an open mind. So here we have a blue gingham top and like a gray and white top. They told me to avoid muted tones and avoid grays. And they said like some pewters and grays, so I don't even know, because some of them said gray, but isn't gray a muted tone? So I don't understand. Here, I can definitely see how the blue one makes me look tanner. I think the lighting is pretty the same, but I also feel like my face looks brighter with the gray one. And like my dark circles look lighter. What do you guys think? Also, like comment down below which one you guys think looks better in each one. So again, they told me a lot to avoid autumnal colors. They didn't have a lot of oranges or browns, so I have this turtleneck. They did suggest a lot of contrasting, so I guess this turtleneck also counts. And then again, blues and reds and like jewel tones they recommended, so that's why I wore this dress. I feel like the wrong side looks better here. I feel, yeah. And I don't think the lighting is that different. I was doing quick changes, so like when I say the lighting changes, I mean like within like 30 seconds. And it could be how the garment reflects on the camera, and maybe like adjust the camera to make it look darker. Again, I'm trying to find faults in this experiment to try to explain the outcomes, but I feel like the wrong side looks better here. So now we have two dresses. One is in like a skin color nude, the other is in a light pink with like pinks and purple flowers. Pink and bright, again, bright vibrant colors was very much on the list. So I'm trying to look for teeth whitening, eye brightening, under eye brightening, all that. I definitely feel like the dress on the wrong side does wash me out. That's why like I intentionally picked it, because I feel like it does wash me out a bit. And the one on the right side are my favorite colors to wear, like pink, orange, purple. And I do think it makes me look a little bit brighter for sure on that one. So let's see, out of the 7, I think we have 2 neutrals, 3 agrees, 2 disagrees. I think that's the count. Editing Dion, you can figure that out. So, I don't know, that doesn't really seem like super accurate. Again, I didn't do this with a live person. I did do this in overcast lighting, and it is a camera, which is gonna do different things in real life, and you'll be able to tell different things. So, you know, we gotta look at the flaws in the methodology, the flaws in this experiment. Remember, from the beginning, we're doing the scientific method style. Question, is color analysis accurate? Let's try it out. Hypothesis, I feel like I already dressed the best for my body, but let's see if color analysis can change that. Experiment, try color analysis out via using 3 different applications to get a well-rounded data collection. For data, that's what we just did. And And now we're at 5, conclusion. I don't know. I don't think this video really convinced me on color analysis. I think I know how to dress best for myself. And I also feel like I'm trying to evoke different things at different times. There's also like different colors look good on me at different times of the year. I went outside for a run yesterday. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I change colors, dude. I feel like Scott Disick. It'll turn chocolate any second, dear. Like, yeah. I will say, I'm not afraid of color. I like color, I like patterns, I like bright and vibrant patterns. So I feel like color analysis is for people who are a little bit apprehensive about color and statements and patterns, and color analysis is a tool to help them feel confident in their choices by saying, these are the colors you can go to. So when you're shopping online or when you're at a big store, you don't feel so overwhelmed and like, I don't know how to dress, I don't know what to do, So I can see how it could be a tool for maybe a non-fashion person or someone who is just very apprehensive about color. I don't think for me, it is not like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw out all my clothes and wear only clothes in my color scheme. I don't particularly like to wear a lot of blues. It's just, those aren't my color. I don't think those are my colors. I feel like blues tend to be, if you think of like cartoon characters, like blondes, you know, Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls, like that kind of vibe, Winx Club. And then like pinks, greens, oranges, purples are for like brunettes, the POC. Like, I don't know, taking pink and orange away from a brunette, I don't know if I can just abide by that. I can kind of see like how some of the colors like maybe wash me out, but I don't know. Yeah, so this was a fun experiment. I did not change my opinion on color analysis. I really did try to have an open mind, but I feel like for the most part, they agreed with already my like thought pattern around dressing, and the parts that we disagreed on, they didn't change my mind on when I experimented with them. And obviously, like, I have these clothes because I think I look good in them, so. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you guys want me to try other like style code things, style fashion rules things. It was kind of fun, or just what else you'd like to see from me dressing in my own closet and everything. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see even more videos from me, subscribe to my Patreon. I post 2 videos a month. I also have TikTok and Instagram, so you can go follow me on there. And with that, have a happy day. Bye.